You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that, the way it falls on the side of your neck, down your shoulders and back. We are surrounded by all of these lies, and people that talk too much. You got the kind of look in your eyes as if no one knows anything but us. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. So in love, so in love, so in love, so in love. You look so beautiful in this light, your silhouette over me, the way it brings out the blue in your eyes is the Tenerife Sea. And all of the voices surrounding us here, they just fade out when you take a breath. Just say the word and now we'll disappear into the wilderness. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. I'm so in love, so in love, so in love, so in love.
I know not every moment to get here was easy, but actually this moment's a really good testimony of how well and how much you guys love each other. It's also an incredibly helpful illustration of how challenging getting to where you want to be actually is. How you literally have to hold each other up at times to move forward. This moment represents the culmination of a process, but also the beginning of a lifelong commitment to a love that always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. A type of love that the Apostle Paul writes never fails. A type of love that doesn't fade away. This is just the beginning of that love to be seen for the world, and if you continue to protect and trust and hope and persevere, the world will marvel at it. So this is a really, really good start. Look around, all these people, to your left, to your right, they're all here because they love you and they respect you and they support you and they've enjoyed bearing witness to the great relationship and now honoring marriage that you are walking into. And so I want to address you guys for just a moment. To the family and friends represented here, The marriage of Luke and Kelsey unites their two families and creates a new one. They deeply desire and ask for your blessing. Do you who represent their families rejoice in their union and pray God's blessing upon them? If so, say we do.
We do.
Thank you. And will all of you, by God's grace, do everything in your power to uphold and care for Luke and Kelsey in their marriage? If so, say we will.
We will.
Thank you for making that commitment. It's an important one. And so, Luke and Kelsey, now are you ready to enter into this relationship, to accept the responsibilities of marriage, to be loving and faithful and helpful companions to one another, whether in days of success or days of adversity? If so, say we are.
We are.
Wonderful. Luke, you ready?
Ready.
Vows time, buddy.
Right.
All right, repeat after me. You're like, get on with it. Let's go. Enough. All right, repeat after me. I, Luke,
I, Luke,
take you, Kelsey,
take you, Kelsey,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
better for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
I will love God
I will love God
and faithfully serve Him.
and faithfully serve Him.
I will love you
I will love you
and faithfully pursue you
and faithfully pursue you
according to God's holy ordinance.
according to God's holy ordinance.
Kelsey, I pledge you my faithfulness.
Kelsey, I pledge you my faithfulness.
Awesome. Will you, Luke, have Kelsey to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort and keep her, and forsaking all others, remain true to her as long as you both shall live? If so, say I will.
I will.
Kelsey, now your turn. I, Kelsey, take you, Luke,
I, Kelsey, take you, Luke,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
I will love God
I will love God
and faithfully serve Him.
and faithfully serve Him.
I will love you
I will love you
and faithfully pursue you
and faithfully pursue you
according to God's holy ordinance.
according to God's holy ordinance.
Luke, I pledge you my faithfulness.
Luke, I pledge you my faithfulness.
Will you, Kelsey, have Luke to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort and keep him, and forsaking all others, remain true to him as long as you both shall live? If so, say I will.
I will.
For as much as Luke and Kelsey have consented together in holy wedlock and have pledged their faith to one another before God and each of us, and have declared their faith by the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of rings, I pronounce that they are husband and wife together in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Let what God has joined together, let no man or no thing separate. Luke, are you interested in kissing your bride?
Absolutely.
Go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present for the very first time, and will you join me in welcoming Mr. and Mrs. Luke and Kelsey Fleiderer.
I've been climbing my way through the sky, searching for answers that I'll never find, losing my breath as I fall, learning to fly, letting go of it all, learning to fly, letting go of it all. I'm gonna live like tomorrow never comes. There's no end in sight. Tonight we black out the sun. Better hold on tight before you know it's gone. And live like tomorrow never comes. I've been trying to open my eyes, take it all in as the world passes by, getting lost in the twist and the turn. Finding these questions inside me still burn. Finding these questions inside me still burn. I'm gonna live like tomorrow never comes. There's no end in sight. Tonight we black out the sun. Better hold on tight before you know it's gone. And live like tomorrow never comes. I'm gonna live like tomorrow never comes. There's no end in sight. Tonight we black out the sun. Better hold on tight before you know it's gone. And live like tomorrow never comes. There's no end in sight. For tonight we'll black out the sun. Whoa.
Y'all ready for this? Anyway, first of all, what an amazing, beautiful location for two beautiful people to get married in, right? It's amazing, incredible. It's really a true and literal Disney princess marrying a real Prince Charming. So we're very, very lucky that we have the both of them. So on behalf of both of our families, we welcome you all. We're so glad you were able to take the time and come down and share in celebrating the love that they have for each other and the love that we have for them. I had asked them, I don't know, a month or two ago, probably, in more than 10 words to describe your favorite part of the other. And I thought I added the more than 10 words for Luke's benefit because I thought he might get short. He doesn't really talk that much, but, right? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be a problem for Kelsey, and she blew me up big time with it. It's a novella a little bit, but it was sweet and it was beautiful. I'm not going to share most of that because, honestly, everybody probably knows the stories anyway. It's a pretty intimate group that we have here. I don't think there's anything that I could tell any of you anything about any of them. Luke, on the other hand, got back to me like this morning. And it was longer than 10 words for sure. It was a great story, actually. The one thing that I will say is that his story, his favorite story about her and her favorite story about him, were each of them calling the other one the calm of their storm. Really is what it boils down to. His was a story about her in Costa Rica taking charge on her first time on a rafting trip, his favorite story. And hers was about him helping her to fulfill her bucket list on the third date, which is pretty awesome. I'm not going to say how he was rewarded for that. because I was told not to, otherwise I would for sure be spilling the beans. But when we're really, really lucky in this life, we find someone who fits our form. All the quirks that we have, they perfectly fill them in. All the good things that we have, they help enhance them. And when we're really, really lucky, that fit is almost perfect. Perfect is very difficult, but almost perfect is really, really great. And I think you two are blessed with the perfectness. So we really appreciate you both. I do want to raise a glass, if you would please. To Luke and Kelsey, we wish you all the best that life has to offer. We love you both. Congratulations.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, everybody. We are so thankful and excited that you guys were able to join us. This is awesome and for a really great couple. So I'm Courtney, this is Haley, and this is Mackenzie, and we are Kelsey's sisters. And we're just so excited to be here and see her marry her real-life Luke Skywalker. Different Luke, and Flighter is a little harder to spell than Skywalker, so... But we're excited. And we know Kelsey best, and we could totally embarrass her if we wanted to. And we do, so we will. Yes. Yeah. Our dear Kelsey has been in love with Luke since she was a big-haired toddler. But not this Luke Skywalker, the man of her dreams. Our uncle once had a family friend call as Luke Skywalker, and I think it made Kelsey's entire childhood. She's been destined to fall in love with a Luke for the very beginning. When she was lip-syncing Alanis Morissette's Head Over Feet, she was thinking of Luke. When she was cutting her Barbie's hair and giving them elaborate weddings, she was also thinking of Luke. When she was stuffing her bra with helium balloons and pretending to be the local carpet king's daughter, she might have been thinking of Luke. The point is, Kelsey's been dreaming of this since she was a little girl and imagining this moment, and we can say with a solid amount of certainty that she's always imagined you, Luke.
Kelsey has always been a dreamer, so it's no surprise that she followed her dreams right to the gate of Disney and strapped on some wings to make the dreams of other 4-year-olds come true. Maybe with a little less Alanis Morissette. Beyond Disney, we knew that Kelsey was always looking for her Prince Charming. Rather, her Luke Skywalker. And while she dated a few Jabberwockies along the way, the Force brought these two together. Enter her Luke. Sweet, caring, soft-spoken, slow-speaking, expertly coiffed hair, all-around good guy Luke. For those of you who don't know, this love story starts a little differently than George Lucas had intended. Kelsey and Luke were introduced by their mutual friend, Christy, and met for the first time at Luke's birthday celebration, where Kelsey charmed him with her beautiful smile and finished the night by puking outside the taxi.
Flash forward a few years, and here we are, standing at their wedding reception, prepared to bawl like babies while I try and read this speech. I insisted that I go last because I am the more sentimental sister. Courtney and Mackenzie are quite funny, I'm not. So I am here to tell you just how much we love and cherish our sister. Here it goes, yep, sorry. The 4 of us are quite lucky. We are the very best friends. God blessed us all when he brought us into the world and made us sisters. I'm also here to tell you how much we love our Luke and how happy and excited we are to be bringing him into our family. Kelsey and Luke have been through a lot, especially in the past year when Kelsey faced some serious health challenges. And I knew that Luke would love her unconditionally. I knew that Luke would be there for her through thick and thin and would never leave her side. but to see that love in action was something else entirely. It was truly special. It took my breath away. It made me so happy for the both of them. I watched closely as my sister healed, but I also watched Luke equally as closely because I swear sometimes I may have been more worried for him than I was for her. I watched from 1,000 miles away, but I was unafraid because I knew that the love between the two of them was incredibly strong, and I knew that they would take good care of each other, that Luke would take care of Kelsey, and Kelsey, that you would take care of Luke. And that's really it. I don't know what else you could possibly ask for in a partner for someone that you love and cherish as much as I love and cherish my sister. Sorry. You two make each other laugh. You make each other better. You walk each other deeper into your faith. You support each other, and you love each other unconditionally and so selflessly. It is inspiring. It is exciting to watch. And I know that everyone here is as excited as I am to continue to watch your journey together. We know that they will be big, giant steps, and that sometimes they will seem overwhelming and a little bit scary, because that's what you two do, apparently. However, you two always rise very sweetly up to the challenge every single time. So I would like everyone to raise their glass. And we are going to be toasting tonight to continued adventures, to beach nights, to fun, to family and friends, and of course, most importantly, to the love and marriage of Luke and Kelsey. Congratulations. I love you both. Cheers.
Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Well, let's hear for the lucky lady, everyone. We're going to keep the party going. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a party here tonight.
Well, we should have went a little untraditional and had them go last, because that's going to be one hell of a thing to follow up. But so most of y'all here know me. For those of y'all that don't, I'm Jesse Holland. I'm one of Luke's best friends. I've known them since the day they met. They sure were rolling the dice having me give this speech, let me tell you. So we've known each other for about 14 years. Been through a lot together. Literally everything you can imagine. I'm going to go off tempo of what I was going to do since the sisters let the cat out of the bag about her puking on the first night they met. So that night, I happened to be there with Mr. and Mrs. McLeod, who introduced them. I had to step up because Luke, it was his birthday, so he let loose a little bit. We got kicked out of the cab, about 3/4 of a mile from the house. I said, dude, you got to carry her, man. I said, you have to carry her. He's like, dude, I can't. I just can't. So I had to man up, be the friend. I carried her quite some way. We ended up at the McLeod's house, who I got quite the unwelcoming response from, having her, inebriated severely on my back. Got a door slammed in my face. The rest is history, and I was welcomed in once the rest of the group arrived because I beat them there. So when they first started dating, a lot of people don't know this because, like I said, I've been there since day one. I've been the third wheel. I feel like I always will be. Kelsey's taken on the role of deciding who's going to stay in my life and who's not when it comes to women. Because clearly I don't have one hell of an idea what I'm doing. So when they started dating, it was literally polar opposites. He was actually the female for about the first 3 months, playing hard to get. Kelsey can attest to this. You don't know how many times I've called him some choice words when I said, have you texted her back yet? No, I gotta play hard to get, man. Gotta be cool. Gotta be even, And then after, he's all right. So, but you look stunning, Kelsey. You really do. You look absolutely beautiful. Luke went against your will and slicked back the hair anyway tonight. So, this wasn't part of my speech, but this happened today about 11:30 noon. We were nursing ourselves, trying to get ready for today with some Pedialyte water. And Luke was slicking back the Banker's Special. And he looked at me and he said, dude, what did I do to get so lucky? And I didn't know what to say. I just said, you're a good dude, man. I mean, there's no other explanation. Everybody that Luke's life Luke has touched their life one way or another can attest to that. So, that being said, I hope we have a phenomenal night. I saw the sign says we can take our shoes off, so I'm gonna get on that train shortly. Let's raise our glasses to Luke and Kelsey. And I hope one day to have what you two share with each other. What a lovely day. Let's get it.